I am sure sports. You know me there, from coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get the sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know no game play, that me not say it. If me never seen a game, me no know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here so. For the day done, you are gonna love over here so.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crapper players. We are good enough. Remember to like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment, let me know what your thoughts are.
Made up of 18 Jamaican herbs and spices. Add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
Trick Nick Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
Yes, good morning, greetings, and welcome to I Am Sure Sports. I'm your host, my name is Man, and we are here with you again on a wonderful Monday morning, the beginning of a new week. We hope you had a wonderful weekend. And listen, you have life. And so when we have life, we give thanks for that life. We look to the hills from whence cometh our help. Our help comes from the Lord who made the heavens and the earth. You know that you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. So put your confidence and your hope in the Almighty God, the creator of the heavens and the earth, because the arm of flesh will fail. All right? And we live our lives very simple, to love God and to love people, because when we do that, we fulfill all the commandments. This morning, again, want to say a big thank you to the sponsors of this video. We want to thank Launch Legacy, where they handle risk and seek legacy. For all your personal insurance needs in Canada and the USA, visit them at launchlegacy.com or call or text 647-989-0782. There's a Jamaican footballer who is a part of Launch Legacy. His company, his name is Patrick Reed. He will help you with all of that if you're in North America. And also this Thursday on this platform at 7 p.m. we'll be having Patrick Reed from Launch Legacy and a representative from the Bank of Jamaica to talk to you about budgeting and investment from a sporting perspective. That's this Thursday at 7. Also want to say a big thank you to Prestige Finance, lending a helping hand when you need it the most. Give them a call at 876-884-7390 or visit them in Linstead, St. Catherine, and they will give you a loan of up to 100,000 Jamaican dollars. And if you tell them you heard about them from I Am Sure Sports, you'll pay no processing fee. You'll get same-day processing, 0 to 4% interest rate. Remember, we don't want to pause our video to ask you to like, subscribe, and share. So we ask you to do that. Hit the like button, subscribe, or share. For our friends in North America, you can also support the channel by giving a super chat or a super sticker. I don't want to keep you any longer. Again, welcome to everyone in the comment section. For those of you who are watching and you may not make a comment, we also thank you. I don't want to waste any more time because we have a very distinguished guest, one of the Jamaicans who have played several clubs outside of Jamaica, and he has had success at the schoolboy level, the under 17 level, the under 20 level, under 23, but never really cemented his place in the national team for varying factors and reasons. But now he's a coach at the Stars of the East. Harborview is out there working with them. Man who really loves God, married with his family, and doing well. We want to hear from him today about his journey into football. His name is Sean Fraser. Some of you may know him as I can't say Matterhorn because he said that he didn't want to face any sort of lawsuit from the one who goes by that name. So I'm going to ask him to pronounce how he wants his name to be said. So you can do that for me. I don't want my tongue to be twisted in trying to pronounce it. So I want to welcome to I Am Sure Sports this morning, Mr. Sean. I will say the last name and then he will help you with the middle name. Sean Fraser. Good morning.
Good morning, good morning. Thanks for having me. First and foremost, I have to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for giving me this opportunity to be on your show. The name is Mataran. Yeah, it's same thing from the cigarette when I was younger, but somebody take the name and run with it. So I've been having that name since I was like 3, 4 years old. Now I'm 39,
Oh.
so it's 35 years of taking that name. Yeah.
Oh, so you had a name from. Let's start right there. So, what reason would they have to give a 3-year-old the name Mataran?
Well, to be honest with you, my dad used to smoke a lot of cigarettes, whether Craveny or Mataran, but for some reason I get caught up with the Mataran butts. And then I have a friend mine named Bobby. I was growing lanky, so him just started, what, a Mataran this, so him mag and thing, and then he just stick from there, so, it
Uh,
just stick.
okay, I was wondering if you're going to give him one of those shop stories like your father sent you to the shop to buy
No, man, but
cigarette.
that was it. I just cut it out still because that was really the story. My mother really said me go buy matches, me her soul rest in peace. And done they collect the cigarette but them already. And for some reason, as I said, Mataran just stick for me. So when I went to the shop, Miss Joe shop, same shop by now by Riverside Drive, same way. When I went there, I asked her for Mataran. She said, "You sure?" I'm say, "Yeah, man." She said, "No, man, I can't Mataran." Your mother said, "For buy, man." Go back down again. So, get some beating that day because send me no follow instruction.
I'm telling you, I know about those going to the shop to buy those kind of things as well, because same thing, I think very similar, story in my childhood. But don't want to continue down that path and thing. But again, welcome and thank you for joining, and for your family who is watching as well, your father and your wife and the rest of your family. Welcome to them as well. But I want you to begin. I know you are a man of God, which is always awesome. And I hope that throughout this video, something that is said and done as a pastor, I hope that something that is said and done by you will have an impact that will bring somebody closer to God. Because at the end of the day, that's really the whole purpose of life, for man to serve
Yeah,
the Almighty God and Creator.
definitely.
Yeah, man. So just talk to us and tell us, I mean, how did you get into football, and just share with us um your journey all the way up throughout your high school years.
All right, all right. I guess in the football, let me be honest. First growing up, I didn't know the meaning of rich or poor. I had two lovely parents who would go to the end of the earth for my brother and my sister and myself, obviously. Um, Growing up, I never really got a chance to have a party because my parents they couldn't afford it. Watching every other child or children getting their parties done. I had to be watching or going to visit or hoping for an invitation. Um, I always have the passion for football, and up to today, I don't know if it's because of my dad or my mom, but both of them were well loved in football. My dad played for Campion back in the days, and my mom used to be one of the first ladies to play football back in Rockford. So, for me, it's just something that was just running through my blood, and that's what I really, really, truly wanted to achieve. You have people that have stories that say, "Oh, I'm always want to be a footballer," but some of them is not true. For me personally, I'm telling you, I didn't even like school that much. I just wanted to play football, and that's just the truth about it. For my growing up, started to attend Vals Prep when I was um 7 years old. Yeah, as far as I can remember, yeah, 7 years old. I used to sit under the big tree for those who don't pay school fee. So, as Matilda said, I wasn't rich. Yeah, so when I went to Vals Prep, them used to have a time of the year when You know, when you look around, you know, Vaz back in the days, a rich people school. And my dad wanted the best and my mom wanted the best for my sister and I. My brother was going to Harborview Primary. I don't think he wanted to leave because he was just that type of person, you know. For me personally, when I go to school, I used to worry like, wonder when they might come take me out of class as a little youth, you know, to come put me under the tree. But it was no fault of mine, you know, nor my parents. They just wanted me to have the best education. And when the school found out that, you know, I could have played football, it actually happened in PE. The late Miss Forrester, she was my first teacher in grade two because I was going all the rosary for a few months and my dad says it's not working out for me because I didn't even want to do no homework or anything. I just come home and kick ball. So daddy decided, you know what, you know, me I try this thing. And instead me go Vals Prep, being at Vals Prep has helped me academically and helped me tremendously because not only through football, but it has taught me a lot and it has prepared me for my journey that I'm going to tell you about. So being at Vaz was one of the best things that happened to me. You know, playing the PE with my form teacher at the time. She realized that I could have played football, and you know, she went and she called my mom, and my mom came down to the school, and you know, she was telling my mom that, do you know this guy can play football? Your son can play football in bad. This was her exact word, and mother said, yeah, me know, but I want him doing book work. You know, I want him doing book work. I can never forget when I stand as a youth and listen to her talking to Miss Forrester. And, you know, from then, you know, they just work something out with the principal, you know, pay when we can or, you know, pay after and some stuff like that. That's for parents. But I just concentrated on school, you know, went through Vaz playing at 7 with Daman Ralph, who was 11 at the time, and some bigger name players. And I was like the first to do it at 7-year-old. So that
Wow.
there and then, you know, yeah, that there and then showed me that, you know what, there's really something, you know, in me that really needs to come out. I was a little bit shy, but not when I'm on the field. Like if I'm talking to you now, if I didn't get that experience over the years, but I probably shy now, you know, because that's just my personality. Like being shy until I get comfortable. So going through Vals Prep, you know, playing, scoring goals like, you know, like crazy. Winning the Alberga Cup as the captain of Vaz, winning the what you call it, Enriquez Cup, winning the six aside, you know, naming the best young player at Vaz Prep. You know, I chose two schools that I wanted to go to was Woolmer's and George's. Um, my mom told me that, you know, I passed for Woolmer's, but she went down to the Ministry of
Education.
Education to get, yeah, Minister of Education for me to get a transfer to Camperdown. And I said, why? She said, because, you know, your brother going to Camperdown, one. Two, me don't want a big boy beat up and take your lunch money. Because you're growing up, you know, so them thing they hear. And my
Yeah.
brother, for one, always up to this day, protective of me. So, you know, they work it out, which it was not a bad decision. It was not a bad decision. But you know, I made the best use of it. I went to Camperdown. I took the team to Pepsi final. I scored 13 goals that season. I lost to Woolmers, the same Woolmers that I should have gone to two good friends of mine. Keith Kelly at the time was like a brother to me, and Alex Thomas. You know. Um, so after 1 year at Camperdown, you know, something happened there with, you know, family. So I had to move. I don't want to discuss it, you know, publicly, but I had
Yeah,
to
man.
move. So I ended up at Clarendon College. That's where the nice thing started for me personally. You know, Richard Palmer, Patrick Jackie Walters, you know, they came to school, they heard about me. Because I was just playing football. I wasn't thinking of nothing else more than just playing football, enjoying myself. You know, coming home to eat my dinner and all. I don't worry about these things. I know mommy and daddy are going to provide that. You know, it's when I went to the boarding school now at Clarendon College, I realized, boy, this is life. Because that's where I have to learn to wash my car key, learn how to clean, you know, learn how to even cook a little thing now and then, you know. So Clarendon College really made me into a man because you're not seeing your parents that you're used to seeing, and it was just tough, but I know what I went there for, you know, and knowing the background that I came for because stick opinion, you know, so people used to think I'm rich as a youth. One, my dad used to work at Air Jamaica. Yeah, my dad used to work at Air Jamaica. So I think I'm from five. No, I've been traveling since I was 2 years old. Yeah. But I used to travel up until I was 11 years old. Every Saturday that God said, I used to travel. Saturday morning and come back Saturday evening because I didn't even know that the reason why I was traveling is for my father to buy and sell, like him bring up rum, him sell it, come back. um, that money used to use to send us to school. And I never know. I just love the traveling because I used to tell everybody, so, oh, me, I go away this weekend here. While
Yeah.
everybody I make plans to them sat there for go to market to them mother. Me I make plans to take a plane. And I must commend my parents for that because they never really showed me that we really was in need of anything. They really sheltered us, and that is why God has blessed me that I was able to give back to them. I make my mother stop working when I was 16 years old. I collected my first paycheck at Harborview plane. I didn't even see my money, to be honest. She collect every check.
When
She
you were
collect
16
everything.
years old,
Yeah, man,
16?
I was on Harborview squad that win the first Premier League. Yeah, that's when
Yeah.
I just came back from under 17 World Cup. I was on the
Okay. Well,
first
we,
squad
we
that.
never reached there yet because we don't
No,
want to.
but because I tell
Yeah,
you, oh, me
yeah,
I come up because me have to give you everything. Me don't
yeah,
want to
yeah,
forget nothing.
yeah,
Right?
yeah.
So this is all I was going because even then I played for Harborview when I was 10 years old, playing Ken Mattis under 14, my great friend and good coach, Lutler Bernard, discovered my talent, nourished it. I have to give him credit for that. I still have to give credit to Patrick Jackie Walters because he's two of the best young coaches that I've ever seen and ever worked with. And all credit to them because trust me, I could have been lost along the way like many other talented players. And with the parents that I have and with them in my corner, they really keep me grounded. So I went to Clarendon College. I won everything there. Won the under 14 when I just got there. Won the under 16 tournament, and obviously we won the Triple Crown in 1998, which is Dakar Cup, Oliver Shield, and Ben Francis.
Yeah. Right. So tell us about that Triple Crown and some of the players and how was your performance in that season?
Well, well, I can tell you, if the Clarendon is a parish where me I go forever love because even to this day, if I go to Clarendon, it's problem from somebody see me. It's like the whole Maypen know me. And I said yes because I've excelled through football, but people remember that trophy. I started late because I came back from my summer vacation late. And when I came back, the Easter just introduced the subjects thing to play. So I'm used to coming back and just playing without doing any schoolwork, just to be honest. And I had to buckle down and get some subjects done,
Yeah.
performance wise, and I missed the whole entire first round. When the second round started, nobody knew me. Everybody knew me from under 14 and under 16. But being a 15-year-old, nobody that really looking at me like say, oh, this man never come make a difference. You see, the first game I played, I can remember it was raining. Yeah, it was raining, and the game was a home game, and I think it was Claude McKay or Demby we were playing. Not 100% sure because it's been so long. It's 1998. No hear people Mataran, Mataran, Mataran. So I wonder, oh, them know this. They know this. But the name Fowler had some good friends like myself, Anthony Bennett, Sausage, was a good friend of mine.
Yeah, the volume.
Phil is a good friend of mine. Don't
I
get me
think
wrong. He's still like a brother to
there,
me.
hold
He
on,
was the one that
Sean.
helped me because he was playing. And he said,
Hold on,
listen,
Sean.
when you come in, you have to go play good enough. I remember say, yeah, Tone man, this is him exact words. And Tone man of them school here, brother, if you're not perform them, I say, he don't decide, said, me not going back. I'm not going back to where I'm coming from because I like it here. First game I played, man, I 7 over drop a 2, score and set 3. I didn't look back from then. I finished with 13 goals for the season behind Anthony Bennett because obviously he played more games and he scored about 15. Then I was second with the team. From there on, I moved on straight into the under 17 team, which I wasn't being called up for any at all. Yeah. And my performance there just led me and just continued doing what I had to do.
Yeah. All right. I think because you got either a call or a message
I'm not
came
hearing
in.
you.
Yeah, because a call or a message came in, so
Hold
there
on
is
one
a
second.
yeah. You hearing me now?
No.
Okay. All right. So you hearing me now?
I don't know. The connection gone bad for some reason.
Yeah. I think you're hearing. I think because a call
I'm hearing
came
you a
in.
little bit, but not a lot.
All right. So because the call came in, I think that is what happened. So if you're not hearing, what you can do is you can sign out and sign back in. You hearing me? All right, so
This is my phone.
sign back out, sign out and sign back in. Yeah, and then come back in. So sign out and sign back in and see. You here now?
I'm hardly hearing you.
All right, so what I want you to do is to sign out and sign back in because I think the call that came in messed up the audio. So sign out of the program and come back in.
You want me to reconnect?
Yeah, reconnect. Yes.
All right.
Yeah, so we're gonna sort that out, people. When he comes back, we can add this arrangement, but these things happen, you know. Sometimes when persons see you online, they are so excited that they don't realize that you're using the same gadget. That you know, so they see online, they're excited, they want to call you and say, "Hey, I see you online," but when you do that, yeah, you affect the video because the person is using the video for it. All right, so yeah. All right, so let's get back in. Yes, all right. So you're hearing now. You're hearing us now? You're hearing us now?
Yeah, man, me hear clearly now. I don't know what happened a while ago with the internet.
No, man,
You
it's
know,
not the
still waiting
internet.
for
No,
Oh,
man. So whenever if a call comes in, that is what
oh,
is going to happen.
yeah, should I use my tablet then?
That yeah, so that's why I was asking if you wanted to do that. But let's continue and see, and if not, then we can always figure it out. All right, so let's
All
pick
right,
up.
no problem.
Yeah, man. So you were talking about. I think some persons miss what you were talking about in Clarendon. That you came back and you were talking about you and Sausage, Anthony Bennett.
Oh yeah, I was saying yeah. For the tournament, yeah, Sausage was a good friend of mine. I still is. It's like a brother to me today. Is his son's godfather, so you know far that goes. So yeah, back there it's like when I came back late from the summer holidays that I usually go on with my parents. You know, after every school term or every summer term, I should say, we go overseas, we come back. But I came back late. I came back in September while all these players were preparing from July or probably June for the season. So it was very unfair for me to just come back and play. And so Coach Walters let me know that I have to just buckle down, do some book work, and train a lot, and then try and see if I can take somebody's place. And that's exactly what I did. You know, I got the opportunity. Not saying that the player that was playing is not good enough or anything, but you know, God has blessed me. He gave me the opportunity because realistically, you know, the Lord knows our path before we even cross it. You know, and that's just the truth about it. You know, everything is set for us. It's just for us to follow our purpose or knowing what your purpose is. And I knew from day one that football was my purpose and sharing the gospel through football, you know, was one of my purpose. So I wasn't worried. You know, I got the opportunity. I was very grateful to Mr. Walters for trusting me as a 15-year-old. And, you know, I didn't let him down. You know, I left from Clarendon during that season and I went straight into the under-17 team where, you know, that's the best set of players in the country. I should be the best set of players in the country. We all know what takes place sometimes with, you know, a coach, no another coach, a son of team player. We all know this. Yeah, but there's not nothing for me to worry about. I have my work to do. So I just trust my talent and I trust God and I just work hard and the rest is history.
Yeah, but who did you play in that finals of the DaCosta Cup and who you played in the
Cornell College.
Yeah, and did you score in
both finals?
Yeah,
no, I didn't score in any of the finals. Didn't score in any of the finals. I scored up to the last game in the quarterfinals. I told you like my name was ringing too much. I have like two players marking me most of the time. You know, so it was very hard for me. And one thing I've learned that I've carried me through my football career is that when you worry too much about scoring as a striker or a midfielder, attacking midfielder, you will never score. You know, I was just playing those games thinking about what me I gonna do when I score, where me I gonna celebrate, and not really concentrating on the game. I had a good game, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But the goals didn't come.
Yeah, and who did you play in the finals at the Olivier Shield?
Oh, we tied with Dunoon, so we shared it. We tied with Dunoon. That year, Dunoon had a brilliant team. You know, Kibak Galloway, and all those. Kurt
Ryan Nelson.
Ruan Nelson. Yeah, you know, all those players they were on that team. So it was a very evenly matched game. You know, I think we drew 1-1 in stadium and we came back to Woodside and drew again.
Okay, so it was out of that whole DaCosta Cup season that you went into the under-17 team and went to the under-17 World Cup.
Yes. After performing well, Coach Walters at the time was the coach, but he wasn't handing nobody any favors. You had to work your way in. And that is one of the things I respect about him because he could have easily said, you know what, this player up on my team, he win D Cup, I give him a chance. No, it was not like that. I had to work, double down and work hard. And my frame when I was younger was very slim built. Like, it really was Mataran then. So it was like for me, I had to do extra. Do extra work, put in the extra work. And when I went into the national team, you had a couple players that were starting over me. Like I think one of them was Miller. I don't remember his name correctly. Miller and another guy that was from
Was it Ryan Miller?
I'm not sure. He's overseas now, but I just know him as Miller. I really didn't get a chance to be his friend or anything like that because a competitor, I don't friend, with the same team. But at the end of the day, I want your spot that you have. So that is my competitiveness that I have inside of me. I'm gonna friend you if we're on the same team. Don't get me wrong, and I'll defend it to the ground. But if we're working for one shared goal, one goal, then I can't be a friend.
Yeah. But you eventually got into the team, though.
Yeah, but I became the start. We listen to this now. You see, that's also when God has plans for you. God really has plans for you.
Somebody said the player's name was Damian Mills.
Damian Mills?
Yeah.
Probably right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But go ahead. Go ahead.
I knew it was Miller. Yeah. So where were we?
You were talking about God has planned because I asked you that you
eventually. Yeah, definitely. Because when I went into the team, myself and Keith Kelly, we went into the team late. I don't know the reason for Keith Kelly because trust me, up to today, he is one of the most skillful players that I play against. I play with too. So we went into the team late and it was a straight dominance on both of us. One playing left wing, one playing right midfield. We went to a tournament, World Cup qualified tournament, in which nobody expected us to qualify because we were going up against a Costa Rican team, an Honduran team, and a US team, obviously, with DeMarcus Beasley, London Donovan. And for me personally, didn't know these guys, but their name was calling. And God let me be the MVP for that tournament. That's how God works.
Okay,
I was the MVP for that work. Yes, for the work. Yes. Yeah, man, I have all pictures and stuff right now. So I was the MVP for the World Cup qualifier down by, I didn't score a goal. I had 2 assists. Yeah. But I didn't score a goal, but just the performance and the inspiration that we brought to the team. It was like nobody expected us to reach anywhere. US had to go and play playoff. And up to this day, I can't imagine why we, as even a nation or the Jamaica Football Federation, never kept us together. Because that US team, 9 of them ended up playing World Cup. World Cup.
I want to remind people of some of the players who were on that under 17 team with you. Outside of you and Keith Kelly, for those of you can remember.
Alex Thomas, Shane Stevens, may soul rest in peace. Alan Whittaker. Was one of the best goalkeepers Jamaica ever seen.
Didn't he win a tour? Something
in under 20. We're going to get to that, man. Under 20.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, so
Alan Whittaker,
he was like
Kelly, Alex, Sausage,
Sheldon Baptiste, Sausage, Kevin King, Benji. There was a ton of us. I used to call Paul named Craig Garden, played just like Paul.
Yeah, Paul, yes.
Bookie, Dwayne Richards, the center forward. So that team was stacked, and up to today, like growing up, learning about football more and becoming a coach, I even sit down sometime and I say, if we kept that team together, which World Cup we could have gone to with that team. Because remember, it's the same set of players that move on from different countries. Yes, everybody has improved. So why do you think we wouldn't improve if we get the proper infrastructure and everything around us? Yeah. Think about it. You can't have a crop of players like that. And I can tell you how many of us from that team went on to play professionally. Probably 3, probably 4, if so much.
Yeah, because after that under 17 World Cup, where you guys did well, you came back to Jamaica, got into Harbourview, won Premier League with Harbourview.
Yeah, both of us. Keith Kelly was starting, playing more than me. I played about 2 games to be exact. 2 games I played. One of the reasons why I didn't play much, I was traveling from Clarendon every day to reach training, and I wasn't getting there on time. And knowing Peter Cargill, may his soul rest in peace.
Yes.
He's not a man who deal with certain stupidness. If you're not there training, you're not gonna play. And I have to respect him for that because I used to think him don't like me, honestly, but it wasn't like he not like me. He must show me tough love because he know what I can do. And it's after, a certain period of time I realized that this man was really trying to help me. But it wasn't too late because it had helped me. And it made me grow as a man. And it had helped me throughout my entire football career. So I still have to thank him for that.
Yeah. So you wandered to the Harborview, but then almost the same crop of players for the most part, then qualified for the U-20 World Cup.
Yeah. About 8 of us, but only 5 of us make it to the World Cup. About 8 of us was called in, or 9 of us called into the team, but only 5 of us made it. Myself, Kelly, Shane Stevens, Alex Thomas, Alain Whittaker, yeah. That was the 5 of us. And then the under 20 team was a brilliant team because guess what? Remember, me grew up as start and I play right midfield and everything, I right back me have to end up playing, because the coach said, no, sir, we have to have all of my talented players on the field. So the formation has to change to 3-5-2 to accommodate me and Willie Wolf, because we were starting before, and then you have Omar Daly that come along playing the central. You have Keith Kelly with me and him ever go at it, and I'm a brother that, and then you have a youth named Capo, Damian Williams. One of the body shot midfielder from Waterhouse.
Yeah, he used to play for Medieval. I think he was at Medieval.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Chapo,
yeah. So you had him, and then you have Willie Wolf and Sean Fraser. So, not speaking in third party or anything like that, but man, tell you the type of midfield where Coach Clovis had to deal with.
And Alain Whittaker was the goalkeeper again.
He was the goalkeeper again. So that shows you that if we had done our homework or even to study some European teams, but I'm not telling all of us should have been billionaires or not even millionaires. But as I said, everybody has their own journey, and God kept me on my path. And to be honest, I have no regrets. The only regret I have, really, truly, I couldn't even control it. It's not being a part of the senior team, because I am probably the only Jamaican band player to ever play in about 10 different countries.
Yeah. Well, we don't even get to that yet, because when I think about your under 17, under 20 time, when you look at that crop of players, you're the only one who really, I would say, I can't remember anyone out of that team. I mean, Keith Kelly had his break, got injured, but nobody. Probably Alex.
Alex didn't go professional. Alex went to college.
Yeah,
nobody on that team. Nobody on that team went to play professional but myself.
Oh well,
like Omar was on under 17. Omar was on under 17.
Right.
But Omar came in on under 20. So from the under 17 team, myself and Kelly was the only players that went overseas to play professionally, as far as I can remember. I think Kevin King had a stint in the USL, I'm not sure. But other than that, it didn't last. Even Keith Kelly didn't last.
Yeah, talk to us about that, because again, from now the under 20 is really a very few of you even went on and had strong career in the national team. Because even with you, when you were doing well, you really got called up, and I mean you were playing in top leagues in Central America, and all over the place. I mean, club after club, and doing well, scoring a lot of goals. So talk to us about how you kept yourself motivated during
honestly, I can't even say good mother or father. Trust me, and I can't stop talking about her. It's 1 year now since she passed, and I'm still devastated by it, to be honest with you.
Really sit back, and I remember when I came home with a report and I had like 70-something average. For my mother, that was poor enough. But for me think we do good as a footballer, because I'm missing a lot of classes. I'm missing a lot of school and still have to come home and do my book work and everything. It's like, for me, it pleased her in a way, but she was expecting more. So when my dad sat with her and talked to her and said, listen, Beauty, this youth are trying best enough. And they work it out, and it's like, she decides, you know what? School for your sister and a baller for you. I never forget. And she started laughing and she said, my son, you still want to have your education, no matter what. I can't stop from playing football because I know it is out of my hands now. That's the exact words my mom used. So that is one of the things that drive me. And then the poverty thing, I never want to go back to it. Me never want to go back to it, I tell you the truth. It's not a good feeling to know say you need something and your mom can't provide it, you can't provide it, daddy can't provide that time. It kind of send you the wrong way. But you see, if you grew up well and Your mom teach you the right things, like telling you, just trust in God it when come. You're not gonna have no thinking of say, boy, me I go to go turn gunman or me I go turn thief. Not like that. You try to stay positive on the goal you want, and every single day I can't stop talking about it. She keep us grounded. She kept us grounded. So she's one of the biggest reasons why I stayed on the path that I stayed on. Because she tell me, she says, son, listen, and all the way gonna make it at England, and all the way gonna make it big like Bibi. Yeah, Bibi a friend, and Bibi can sit down and tell you. So wherever you get your break, son, you take it and grasp it with two hands and give God thanks for it. Because every single one of us here have a different purpose. This is your purpose, maybe.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe mine is to help coach and nurture these youths, show them. You never know. As I said, you just have to trust God day by day and just leave everything up to Him. It might sound easy to say, but it's a hard path to follow because being a Christian or being a man of God, so to speak, you're judged every single day. Everything that you do, if I go on bar right now and say, I'm going to heal up a friend, watch him boy, I'm a Christian and they drink how much Magnum. Everybody know I love drink Magnum, but I don't overdo it. You understand what I'm saying? So it's how you carry yourself and what you do. And she was the person that behind me and says, listen, son, you can do it. Go ahead and do it. So we never need no more motivation. No matter if the people them out the road and say, him can't play football, him no good. If my mother and father tell me, say, you can do it, me I go do it. And worst thing worse, I remember going to Camperdown my first year. I didn't mention this. My father took me to Miami, you know, and buy me a shoes called Ear Carbs. I never forget Ear Carbs, yeah? $13 that they pay for the shoes, and the same shoes I have to wear go class party, I have to wear go church, and I have to wear go school. Nice black shoes. Never forget it. Me do all frame it. I dry right now. You know where I come from. And God bless me with all that I need. Now I can't even give you 5 pair of shoes a week now. That's just to show you the levels where it reach. So for me, trust me, it's just a blessing how I grow, because maybe if I get in Jamaica team easy, maybe I won't remember where I come from.
Yeah. I mean, awesome. You're hearing me? Because I know that I want to make sure you're hearing. So like you're not hearing again because a call come in.
Now I hear but not so clear.
All right. So because this is so good, right? I want to make sure you're hearing. All right. So we're gonna try and see if we can let you use your tablet. You can open it on your tablet.
So charge up that you know, man.
Okay. All right. All right. So here's what you're gonna have to do now. You're gonna have to do the same thing again. But because you either get a message or a phone call, so it affects the audio. So you want to
give me a second.
Okay.
You hear me now?
Yeah, man, I am hearing you, you know. I just want to make sure you are hearing me.
Yeah, but you kind of hear, but not so loud, but I hear you.
Okay, all right. So, one of the things I wanted to talk about is really because you're playing, you know, let's talk about some of those clubs you're playing for. All right, Sean, here's what you do. Just sign out again and sign back in.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So people want to do that and thing and see if we can. Yeah. And then we're gonna get up some of your comments when he comes back. So he can respond to some of them, because there are so many of these comments that are here. And then we get into a couple more questions with Sean.
Well, I never properly prepare for this, because I never know when somebody call you, you have to keep it out. So.
Let me tell you what happened. It always happens because somebody watching and seeing you and say, what, me have a call my cousin, my uncle, and you understand, when they don't realize you're using the phone, but it's all right.
Yeah, exactly. So.
Yeah. So a lot of people saying that you're sharing wisdom, you know. Duckland says every young baller should watch this video. So let me give you some more of the comments. Andrew 55 says, good baller, but JFF kind of give him a fight. I remember 2012 playing in Mexico, and he was doing well in Mexico league at that time, and they didn't call him.
I want to answer Andrew right now, because Andrew, no self-praise. Andrew is so right. When Captain Burrell, they so rest in peace, came on, and he came on TV, there was all my family. I was in Mexico. You know, I was signed by Pumas, one of the biggest clubs. Right? And I was loaned out because I was not competing well with these big time players from Argentina and everything. Remember, I'm still young. You know, I didn't finish develop properly. So, not to make any excuse, I was there training, doing my thing, but the coach didn't see me fit. He wanted me to get some more playing time. Just like now, what's happening? You send out the young players, then get them playing time, and then them come back. I was watching TVJ, I never forget. Sign on to my laptop there in Mexico in my hotel room, watching the news and everything, and sports news. And I hear the team was supposed to come. I hear Captain Burrell saying, how can I go to Mexico to pick a player playing in Division 1? Now, listen to this, you know. How many players are playing in the local Premier League team that has been called up, playing in Division 6 of Germany, Division 20 of England, which Mexico is far bigger and better at the time to that level. No, seriously. If I wasn't strong enough, you know, I would have been retired from football. Let's give it up all around because that didn't sound like, you know, something that was coming by football-wise. This was coming like something personal. I don't know. I honestly don't know. And for me personally, up to today, it hurt me because, you know why? I was scoring goals for fun in Mexico.
Yeah. Tell us about that. Tell us about your time in Mexico because people don't really, because they don't watch the league. They don't know how good you were over there now. So I want you to take some time and tell them about your time in Mexico for those who are following your career.
All right. I was actually loaned from Alianza to Pumas. Right? I was actually loaned from Alianza FC in El Salvador to Pumas. Right? And when I got there, it was totally different from what I've ever seen in my life. Like, when we said professional, they were so professional. Like, they give everything to a football player to make you comfortable, to make sure that you can go out on the pitch and you perform well. So you have no excuses. You don't have a baby mother excuse. You don't have the money excuse because these people, I tell you, if you sign for $10,000 a month, you best believe you're a foreigner. They're giving you a car to drive. One, they're giving you grocery money. They're giving you phone card money. They're giving you everything possible to make sure that you're comfortable to play to the best. So when I got there, I never thought about nothing more than calling mommy or daddy and tell them pick up this money at Western Union, pay the bill with this, bank this, do what you do. I never thought about anything compared to everywhere else where, like, growing up playing. Where I thought about, what am I going to eat for dinner today? Not like that. So for me, I just focus on football. When I got there, you know, my first game actually was a practice game against Club America. And I scored in the practice game in Azteca. You know, because I was alone, as I told you. And then the coach said, boy, I'm a little bit weak. You need to get me stronger. And the time is not here because it's already during the season. So I'm going to lend me to the parent club. Or should I say sister club. So they loaned me to Pumas Morelos. It's the same Pumas, but it's like a reserve team. Playing in the A-League. Yeah, because in Mexico, you have the Premier League. You have Premier A, which is the A-League. And then you have Division 1, Division 2, and Division 3. Now, Premier A that I was playing is the same thing, even a little bit better than MLS at the time when I was playing. In terms of finance, organization, everything. It was just on par because I was playing for Miami FC and I was wanted by San Jose Earthquake. But when I saw the salary that they wanted to pay me, and I'm playing for Miami making double that, I said, I really have a little bit of money and make an MLS. I'm not going there. Because at the time, you know, growing up, you know, and knowing the background, you have to make sure, say, whatever you do, you know, it's all about, not all about the money, but at the same time, you
money is important.
Yes, it is important, but same time, you want to make sure, say, have some form of stability. So if I'm going to leave Miami FC, I have to make sure I'm leaving for something better. I can't leave for something worse, not because MLS. Because all I was getting in the MLS at the time was just broadcasting. That's all they were doing, you know, giving you the games on TV that everybody can watch and everything. And you never know, maybe the TV game when I play is a bad game and nobody not buy me. So it's a risk that I take. So why would I leave Miami FC with the greatest player for me of all time, striker Romario, who had changed my career by taking me to Brazil, playing in the biggest league in the world. I mean, trust me, it was just a blessing because when I need to give a story to you know.
Yeah. Listen, but you see the point that you just made is so important, and I want people to listen to this. So though you could have played in the MLS, when you weigh the pros and cons, at that time, the best thing was to stay in Miami.
In Miami,
it was a lower level, and that opened the door for you to go and play in Brazil.
Yeah, man. Brazil.
A lot of people look at that and say, man, I have no ambition before I go play MLS and play USL. But you see,
I want to give a joke too. When me signed from Harborview to Miami FC, you know, You know, so it's not Premier League I get that contract from. It's not playing for Abbeville make me get that contract, you know. I want to tell you, say, but they are Bronx League with Donald Stewart, Jeremy and you, Leon Garden, all my friends them from Abbeville. They normally go up every year. So I get invited to go up and play because I the Premier League just done. My contract ended with Abbeville, but they still own my bird right. So I was still a part of the club. Same way. The only club I played for except for the loan move that I got when I was going to Clarendon College to Hazard for 6 months and then I came back to my club. Yeah, so I was playing there, you know, myself and Jerry, and I was playing against Jerry because Jerry would play for Mandela. I was playing for JC at the time. That's what we call it. Yeah, so when I over there playing and thing, and the game done, me never really take much out. I say, brother, call me and listen to this too. That's why we must judge people. This guy calling me by the fence and me, I said, how this man here call me? Anyway, I asked another player them to follow me over there. They followed me over there. Stay from a distance here because my mother has a tell about kidnapping and all them stuff. So me has everything in the back of my mind.
You still young?
Yeah, man, I'm not going to find a man kidnap me. I always tell myself, I'm not going to find get myself in a problem. So, trust me, excuse the look of part one thing. I express myself a certain way, you know.
No, man, that's fine, man.
You can understand because I can speak proper English, but I'm just saying.
Hey, man, that's fine, man.
Yeah.
We know you can speak Spanish as well as Portuguese and all of that thing there. So.
Yeah. No, I can speak Spanish, but Portuguese, I understand it. I don't speak it fluently.
Okay, go ahead.
So when I went to the fence store one day and the guy talked to me, I said, who are you? So I said, it's you, call me big man, who are you? And he said, well, I admire how you play football. So I said, thank you. I walk away. He said, no, somebody speaking to you, don't walk away. So I said, I don't know why you call me over here. I'm a little bit skeptical. So sorry if I'm behaving in a manner. I didn't go that way, but you know, you're big and attractive and everything, and you know the way we live in that. Because it's dark at night. The game just finished, the light turned off and it's dark. And he said to me, listen, sir, I'm a FIFA agent. He said, the man back out in badge and show me. If you saw the man have on, the man shoes when have on, him to a show. Him shirt have how much tear or holes in it. Him say, listen, how would you like to go to Iceland? And I say, Iceland, I wish for that day. And him say, Europe, man. And I say, of course, I'd love to go to Iceland. And him say, all right, let me see what I can do. I'll see if I can send you by a morning. He said, this man I'm mad. By a morning. Anyway, I gave him my number. I took his number. And only thing the man was a poop. When I look, it's a Rolls Royce, yeah? And me I look at this man from 82 and I say, so we, as young footballers, I don't want to say no black people or anything, because not all black people like that. Me would have think, say, hey, you have to have on the prettiest shoes, the prettiest clothes, big BMW and Benz, we are punch and going, and nobody can't feel and tear up clothes. But that man had a vision. That man never watched him wear. His vision was to sell players all over the globe and make money. You know, the very next day, he called my mom and everything was arranged, and I was on a flight to Iceland, 8 o'clock, the next day in the night. When I went to Iceland, everything was organized. I never knew this man was so big.
Whoa.
His name is John Kilowski. Never forget him. When I went to Iceland, like everything was arranged. It was just moving so fast. I couldn't believe.
Car, hose, everything.
Everything was organized. I had a translator. Everything was there for me. So when I got there, it was in the winter time. And it was like every time away during the day and night, a straight nightmare see. So I couldn't hold it no more. So I asked, because I started getting depressed. So it was a weekend. Yeah, it was a weekend, so the team was a train. Huh?
Like serious depression or just?
No, I started getting depressed. Like, how kind of madness this man send me in? When I have no TV, all I have is a phone. We look at internet and so forth and so forth. So I could have talked to my parents and everything. So I was good with that. But then I think about it, and I call the translator. He came. My man said, big man, I wake up at night. I watch till I work, before I work, I don't understand. He said, no man, you're in Iceland, in the winter time, it's straight night. So somewhere else is straight day, over there is straight night.
Whoa.
So I said, oh, okay. I didn't know. And he said, yeah man, don't worry yourself, man, and everything. And I went there and I did my best. You know, I signed a contract. It wasn't meant to be because I tore my groin 2 weeks after. I didn't get to play a game. They sent me back home because they said that they can't keep me and pay me while I'm injured. And I tore my groin like real bad. I was out for like 4 or 5 months.
And that's when you went to Miami?
I came back to Harborview. Listen, this is where the Miami story now, because this was the first contract I got was Iceland. So I came back to Harborview, played a couple seasons there, and I was like getting to 20 years old now, and I was like, I can't stay here for so longer because I want something out of football. Remember, I leave school with a couple subjects where you know I really get out for money for that. You know, if you decide to say, boy, a school thing, because I always want to be a pilot during my life. Always, I'm small. Football was my life, but the life said I love playing because my father used to like carry me up on the plane all the time. I love flying, but I was scared of heights. So I said, oh, this is going to work out. I can't be pilot, I'm afraid of heights. So I decided to say, a football, I deal it straight. So when I came back now, play Harborview, my last Premier League season, I scored 13 goals for Harborview. Was playing with the late Luton Shelton, Fabian Taylor, Jeremy New, Daniel Shaw, a lot of us. You know, I was the one that stand out, winning the Caribbean Championship with Harborview, the first Caribbean Championship where it's Portmore, Waterhouse, Cavaliers, them take part in. Harborview was the first club to do that. Yeah. So we were the first team to win that. I left there. I saw a trial. I came home one night. I saw a trial on the internet. You know, back then, you know, say you have to send videos and CD, all kind of stuff. Now you can just pay for your phone, send out something to an agent, and bam, them send a ticket and you're gone. Back in my days, it was different. There was no like social media. There wasn't even a Facebook at that time. I think it was something like MySpace or something like that. If I can remember.
Yeah, MySpace.
Yeah. You never have no WhatsApp and none of them something. Not like that. It's a little razor phone they have at the time where if you now send a text message away, you can't talk to nobody. So that's how far back it was. So started the trial, called the agent, you know, told him about it. He said the most he can do for me because he don't know if I'm 100%. And he wasn't angry with me for tearing my groin. He still got paid and everything, you know. But it happens. Things like this happen.
That's
so
the same agent that you went to at the fence.
Yeah, man. I kept in touch with him, man. I can't be ungrateful, man.
Yeah, man.
So I kept in touch with him, man. You know, I told him about the trial. I sent him the information and said, all right, listen, the best thing we can do for you right now, you know, honestly speaking, is just buy the ticket. I've got to find a hotel fee and everything. And I'm telling you, when him telling me that, I was so happy because I said, sure, hotel is easy thing for fine. Never know because I never pay for nothing before in my life. Like that. So when I came, he bought the ticket and everything. I was supposed to leave 2 days. Now, at the time, you know, we young and we are give whole a problem as boys and we are grow and whole a girls and all these things. No, I was at my home, I try hustle up money and everything. Talk to mommy, talk to daddy, them couldn't afford it. Them said, boy, I must talk to my coaches and so I can. Anyway, I went and I do what I have to do. The last option I have was my girlfriend who's now my wife. I came down, she started because where I come from, because I never look a blue bicycle every minute the chain I drop off. So I tell her, I try to fix the chain all along and look for me, and she never believe. So I tell her, I say, boy, listen, I don't have no money, you know, lend me $100 for go buy one phone card at the shopping center and so forth. And she fling the silver them through the window, give me. Fling the silver them. Hang up on me through the window. I have to steal that something with the flashlight phone. Remember the flashlight long time phone, eh?
Yeah.
I have to steal that the something I look for the silver them because I say, make she get the better of me. She don't give me this already. I look at the fire.
Remember when she come up, when you pick her up from work, she go watch the video and I was like, carefully when you get to that switch.
Yeah, man, I'm not telling lie, man. He's a very truthful person, man. No need to lie. So, the final kind of man, right there, center go buy the phone card, make 2 phone calls and not get you with nothing, my brother. I say, tomorrow I'm leave, you know, I can't make this pass, you know. So I come back to my girl again and I say, listen, I don't know what you can do, you know, beg your mother money, you know. Me give back to you. And she say, I'm not giving money, go back to your girl yard. I said, I'm not come from a girl house. A business me a try deal. We know about business, I know about business, I know about football and one bag of she cuss and go on. Anyway. The next day I come check her in the morning because I'm supposed to leave in the evening. I know I'm Miami 101.5. Check her and she give me 50 US. I said, this is all she have. I said, babe, thanks. She said, where you going to sleep? I said, babe, I don't know, you know. A 3-day trial, you know, but I got to figure it out, you know. I forgot. Everybody tell me, say, I'm mad. Where you go? You know, I don't want to sleep. I said, listen, I have to do this. Nobody can tell me that the grace of God and everything let me get you. And I'm going to give you the story now. It's when I land, when the guy they came for us, you know, the manager guy that them send, because it's only for we come from different places. The trial had like 150 of us, because Miami was a new franchise starting up. Yeah, it was owned by Taffarel, Zinho, Romario and them. There was most of the Brazilian players that won the World Cup 1994. They own it, right? So when I got there and thing, but then the man picked me up and him said to me, "Sir, Mr. Fraser, so what hotel are you going?" I not answer him. Then him asked again. I said, "Mr. Fraser, you didn't hear me?" So I said, "Take me to the stadium." He said, "But you have 3 hours before training." I said, "Yes, I want to go and get acclimatized and everything, and walk the field and see everything." Then so what you going to do with the suitcase? I said, "I'll keep it, man. No problem." He said, "But there's people coming from all over, they might steal the stuff." I said, "Not no resident thief. All we have is a 3 underwear, 4 shorts, 2 boots and sneakers." Yeah, that's all I'm having. I look at a soap, rag, them things. Like my mother packed me. She make sure we have everything. Yeah. I have some dry bone, 2 banana chips and 1 tin of bully beef, just in case me get hungry. Yeah. That's exactly what was in my suitcase. And I go there and I walk. I alone reach and see them with my brother. Then I walk the field and I come back in and see the people them start come and then give me number 60 something because apparently I was a 60 something, 65th person registered. So they gave me that number. And I said, "So much man there." Please, how me ever work out this now? See? Now I go back home now because my flight a 3-day time and a 3-day trial. Me now make this happen to me. So me I talk to myself and my brother. Change off and everything and dress up myself like a proper baller, And go up there and stretch and some people are playing before me because, 11, 22, 33, 44, so forth. So I was about the 6th. I was on the 6th team. So when I go out there and play, listen to me good. Not even 25 minutes I lasted on the field. I hear Romaro calling me and said, "Who's that guy? Who's that guy?" So the agent came over to me, their agent, the translator, because they didn't speak English that well. But I understand it. Came over. We're talking. So I said, "What I did wrong?" Because they just take me off the field without an explanation. And go and meet the manager. I walk over to the manager and he say,
"That's
where's the passport?" Yeah, Romario called me. This is how I met Romario. By him watching me play. And let me tell you, first of all, he asked me, I know self-praise. He said to me, "Are you Brazilian?" I said, "No." I said, "Why?" Man said, "Listen me. I have not seen a player like you dribble past people like this and sprinting back and forth like, he hand jumps like something big, man." I said, "No. That's just me, I'm very energetic." And yeah, I'm telling you, Romario and me speaking, I was so starstruck. It's like I want to come out of my eye. And I did cry though. I did cry because I cried when the manager called me for my passport and I realized what was happening. And he said to me that, "Listen, we're gonna sign you by the word of Romario. We're gonna sign you to a contract, $1,800 a month, $5,000 sign-on fee, and you will get the $5,000 in cash now."
Whoa.
$50 me go up on the plane with, You hear me say?
Yeah.
$50 me go up on the plane with.
You get 100 times, 100 times more.
And God bless me with $5,000 US.
Whoa.
And I came back on the same flight in the evening. I didn't spend the night. I didn't have to sleep in no hotel.
Whoa.
Tell me that's the testimony there too. God is good. And people are going to tell me say God no good.
Yeah. Whoa. So you went up there with $50.
$50 US. $50 US. I had. Yeah? $50 US. And this I forgot to serve for 3 days plus pay hotel fee. And $50 can't pay not even motel.
Whoa.
When I went out there and played, I lasted 25 minutes on the field. 25 minutes. I was the first international player they signed. Right after that, I heard they signed on and below.
Oh. Whoa. Okay, so you came back to Jamaica.
I mean, I must come back over the $5,000 first. I won $5,000 in my life. I'm going to wrap up that good habit in my pocket. I'm going to go through the immigration thing. I saw me put it through. I saw me, I look. I watch it, I come round. Man, I last one year with the money. I say, man, I can't take care, right?
So when you came back, how much did you give back your girlfriend out of that, though?
No, when you get her money, man. She get a good money. So I say she don't get enough, but she get a good money. But we give my mother and father the side. I want to keep back a little thing for myself.
Okay.
They got the rest of it and
And so after that, you went back up to.
Yeah, like 2 months after I came back, I was training on my own, being prepared because the preseason was going to start in 2 months. So I went up back in January. This was in October. I went up in January. About January. Yeah, first day about. I went in January. Played my first season with Romario. I scored at 4 goals, at 5 assists, and all 5 assists was to Romario. He said to me that he's going to take me to Brazil, and I didn't believe him. So when the season was over, he said, "When can you leave?" So I thought it was vacation. So I said, "Anytime." He said, "No, man. Have a conversation with your agent and see when you can leave." So I said, "Where I'm going?" He said, "I'm going to carry to a club called Boa Vista. A little small club, small area, good place for you to start out." Send me reach Brazil. I don't even think the Prime Minister get them kind of treatment here. Helicopter carry me on the field, you know. In my jersey, I'm short to left. Brother, when the man present me in a Maracana Stadium with 157,000 people in Maracana Stadium at the time, Flamingo going to play Boa Vista, my club. All of this happened because Romario went on TV and said he has never seen a young player like this before. So everybody wants who this man is.
Whoa.
That man has endorsed my career so much. Up to today, we used to send email back and forth. But from him gone to the politics thing, we don't really hear from him again. But we kept in touch for long periods, and he always asked me, "Frazier, why is it that you're not playing for the national team?" So, Roman, I don't know what to tell you now. They don't even want to tell us our politics, because you're a politician now. So, him laugh. Yeah, man, he gets honest, and he love the Jamaican accent. And one thing that stand out in his mind, though, and he remember every time, is when my mama invited my mom and my dad to come to Miami, because they gave me a house for myself and everything. I'm telling you, the place of Miami let me live as I look at you, let me know so there's life to live. The rent was about $7,000. They paid everything. It's somewhere we're doing with. Yeah, let me just say in Miami. They gave me a car, and me alone live in a 3-bedroom. And I invited my mom and dad, and they cook a big pack of curry goat. I invite Romario and Zeno. You know, the man didn't know what left me had. The man didn't know what my mother cook every day when she did it. Romario, the great Romario, where you can Google.
Then we can't Google you too, man.
No, but me I say the great Romario, 8 from my mom and 8 from my yard. That's show the respect. I tell you, trust me, there's so much stories.
Yeah, man. So you said that a helicopter brought you into the stadium.
Helicopter for my first game. Yeah. A helicopter took me to the game. You know, present me properly. We lose the game still. Don't get me wrong. You get one love because Flamingo will play. But I didn't score. I hit the bar, hit the post, created a few chances. People were very impressed. You know, but remember I came on loan from Miami. The money wasn't good from Miami, like what Miami wanted. So it kind of broke up. Yeah, after the season, I went back to Miami. I didn't want to go back. I wanted to stay in Brazil, trust me. Up to today, the president is like this. We still talk, him asking about a few players. It has opened doors for Jamaican players, you know. There's a few of them that I have my eyes on right now, locally, in which I said, if the opportunity arises, I will recommend them. Because that's one of my duty now.
Listen, I don't want to get into the politics, but how you're doing all of these things, right? Because I'm telling you, you got Iceland, you got injured in the USL, Brazil, all of these places. What has it ever been explained to you as to what was lacking in your game? Why you couldn't be in the national team at any point?
Let me be honest. Nobody had explained anything to me in terms of why I'm not getting called. All I know is that they say I was playing in USL, I was playing in this, I was playing in that, and they didn't respect the league. No, put fast forward. Every Jamaican would have an opportunity to go to the USL because I'm calling people left, right, and center from the USL. It's the same league that I used to play in. That them say never good. I went to Brazil, I went to Mexico, you know, I went to Iceland. What more should I show? Everywhere I go, I score goals. I scored 6 goals in Brazil. Playing in one of the toughest leagues. I was playing against Zé Roberto. I was playing against Juna Baiano. I was playing against a lot of players. Even Edmundo at the time was there. I met Denilson. I met Roberto Carlos. I met Rivaldo. I met Ronaldinho as a youth. I met Robinho. I met even the great Ronaldo. I was partying with Ronaldo. I was knocking champagne bottles with Ronaldo. Ronaldo came and watched me train. Because of Romario. So, if those players, I can garner the respect from those players, why I can't garner the respect from my national team or from the local? Well, there's a lot of people out here respect me for what I've done.
To be fair though, the people in Jamaica have always been asking, even Clarendonians have always asked those questions, and people from the Harborview fraternity has always asked those questions about. And I mean,
I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to tell you something that nobody knew, and dead man tell no tale. So that's why I don't like talking about it, but I have to say it. You know, in 2011, I needed about 5 or 6 more caps, and I went to Mr. Burrell and I said to him, this was before everything happened. Before I went to Mexico, I was still in El Salvador. I went to him and I said, I need about 6 more caps. Coventry City had signed a pre-contract with Coventry City, the last team that Nandolo had played for. I signed a pre-contract with them for £36,000 a week. Yeah? And when we got to Mr. Burrell and I said to him, one-on-one, I went to the office to talk to him. I said, Mr. Burrell, you know, so I look some more caps. It doesn't really matter if I have to do what I have to do. If I have to give up my salary if you get them, you do it. And we had an agreement. Now, I don't want to talk about it, but we had an agreement. And one game I played. I played the game against Ghana, down by Montego Bay, Catherine Hall. Came on, played well, myself, Luton, Kemar Dada Daly, Errol Stevenson, Jeremy Lin scored that game. I'm telling you,
right.
Yeah, man, that was my last game for the national team, just because someone called in and said, they always have Mataran on the bench. No, the people are not going to know what's taking place internally. Right? So it's not my perspective or not my thing to go out there and to tell everybody in Jamaica, all right, they're going to give me some money because I want to play. No. I played well and I think I should have been in the national team with or without I needing the cap. Because I came up through the under 17, under 20, play 1 game for the under 23, and play 11 games for the senior team.
Yeah, 11, yeah.
And every single national team I scored for. So what else I need to do? I scored 54 goals in El Salvador in 97 games. I am the first Jamaican-born and Caribbean player to win a Golden Boot Award in Central America. I'm the first Jamaican to play in Mexico. You name another Jamaican player before me in Mexico. We're contracted by a club. I'm the second Jamaican player to be contracted in Brazil behind the great Alan Skillcole. Only a Jamaican go there to play. You tell me.
Yeah.
So with all these achievements and these accomplishments, I have nothing to show about the national team. Because I've never really...
You're one of the first to sign in Iceland as well.
Yeah, there's nobody else. Keflavik FC. Yeah. There's nobody. That's what I'm telling you. I played in Iceland, Thailand, Vietnam, El Salvador, USA, Puerto Rico, Mexico, Brazil, just to name it. How many Jamaicans have done that? And it's not like I keep moving around and not stable enough. It's every time I play a season or two.
The next club want you.
The offer get bigger. So I'm not going to stay and I know where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
It's because of football I have everything I have, you know. It's not no book work. I'm not going to sit in an office like you tomorrow morning. I can tell you that.
Yeah. You know what I said, though, Shartford? There's an ex-baller that I interviewed recently. You needed around 6 cap. I remember that was story, you know, during that time, you know. But I think there's always been this ongoing, not spoken about issue with Harborview and the JFF. And I think even till today, you feel like it is still there somewhere. And I think there needs to be some dialogue because this seemed to be a recurring thing with certain players within Harborview.
From Harborview went to national team. I didn't want to say, but I'm glad you mentioned it.
Yeah, but I will also say this. T4 Bennett needed 1 more cap to sign for Manchester United.
Yeah, I remember T4,
T4 needed like 1 or 2 more games to sign for Manchester United. Not the academy team, but to the Manchester United team. And he never got them. And I'm saying that it cannot be so hard when we're playing so many games against Caribbean nations at that time. But some of these things we'll never know. We'll never know. But I mean, when would you say you had like your best, like this was my, we know all the players you played against. I mean, I can't remember all the names, but when would you say this was the best time of my career, between this time and this time, and this is a time when I could have contributed to Jamaica's football at the senior level?
between 2006 and 2012, 6 years was the best 6 years of my career. That's the time I've been scoring goals for fun. Like everywhere I go. I tell you that to score 54 goals in one country over 97 games is not easy. Because after the first 10 goals, I score 11 goals, people are gonna mark you. And to continually do it and do it and do it and doing it at a high level too. It's not easy. How many Jamaicans have gone to Central America before me? What have they accomplished?
Yeah.
So it's not easy. It's not
Because
easy.
that 2008 campaign, you weren't even. You never played in the 2008 campaign.
2002 campaign, I was on the bench when Jamaica went to Tegucigalpa to play against Honduras, when now Nandi Lou and them was still playing. I was on the bench in Honduras.
Yeah.
That's how far back I was playing. I was also wanted by Newcastle United, myself and Keith Kelly and Ishaya Bryan, after Under 17 World Cup. And they spoke directly with the JFF, not with Harborview, according to what I've heard. And nothing came out of it. Bobby Robson came to New Zealand and met us in person. May his soul rest in peace. That's how I come to Jamaican people at parties at 17-year-old. I tell everybody.
Went to Newcastle.
Newcastle want you. Anywhere the money come from, you have to find it because you know you're going to get it back 20 million times. And nothing came out of it. So these are the things that I use. I never ever gave up. I never ever gave up. And that is the greatest thing because it's very easy for you to quit, you know. And some done with this, you know, because this doesn't make no sense.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to ask you now. I mean, I know you said your mother was instrumental because all of these opportunities, you know, this is a nation that you want to represent. You see, field campaign after field campaign. And you know that you're at the time where you could have been contributing towards it. I mean, being away from home, how did you maintain the mental fortitude to be able to overcome those things and still play at a high level?
All right. One of the first things when I just got to El Salvador, it's the only place I've been to that I didn't have a translator. Right? All I had was a BlackBerry phone at the time. I used to go on it, Google. Sometimes the guys are talking to me. I don't understand anything. I just work by sign languages and stuff. So one time, what was my breaking point until let me know that, listen, Sean, you can't quit. I used to just come home and pray every day after training, and I said, God, is the reason why you send me here, you know. You wouldn't just take me up and just send me here for no reason, and you have no plan for me. So, bring it forth and let me see what I go on, because right now I don't know what's happening. I have to eat everything with them I eat. A thing called pupusa, where me not like pulipa cheese from morning. And every time I eat it, I want to vomit. So I said to myself, you know what? I have to try to learn this Spanish thing here, you know, because I didn't get to do Spanish in school, right? I didn't have a choice whether it was French or Spanish when I was going to Clarendon College. I didn't choose any of those subjects, to be honest, and I regretted not choosing it. But I learned it now, so I kind of bypass that. One, I used to just get up, follow suit when them go training. I get up, go training, watch them. One of them always show me this time. Show me say them go eat and rub them tummy. So the first couple of weeks I saw me after I live. The coach though, to be honest, spoke a little English. His name is Juan Sarelite from Argentina. And he was the real person behind everything.
He was the man that helped me to
your audio is out. We're not hearing you. We're not hearing you.
They used to call me monkey. You hear me?
Yeah, we're hearing you.
They used to call me monkey. I never know what it really means and do them sign here. They were being racist. And after my friend, one of the teammate became my friend, he told me, and he said, listen, you need to in Google and show me, translate, you need to learn Spanish, big man, because the money are chatty and everything. And I said to him, I turned to him and said, listen, you see, same out, I say boo, I go say ray. Them same one, I go praise. Praise the same God with me I serve. And him say, all right. Back in a message we are talking about, But you have to type proper English to get the correct thing, pronunciation and everything. And I said, you know what? I put my mind to it. And I did learn Spanish. And And it helped me. I started to negotiate my own contracts, so forth. And what kept me going is the time I was speaking to my mom. Came out in my shorts and my underwear, right at the gate of my house, yeah? And when I went outside, I was on the phone with her and I said, Mommy, I throw the garbage down tomorrow because I have to go to my bed. This was like 8:30 because I'm asleep very early when I'm playing professionally. I don't drink, I don't do certain things when I'm playing. And as I came off the phone with her and she said she loved me, I said, love you too. That gun me feeling on my head back. And me hear the guy say, damn it, to telephone him. So me understand Spanish, me give me a phone. So I gave him the phone. He said, damn it, to dinero. I said, no tengo. Mean I don't have. So he hold me and me ear click. No come out of the gun. Let me see me ease it up off of me again and go click. No come out of the gun. He said me take off. It come like a so shot follow me around the corner. Not one scratch. I sprint till I reach the supermarket and my underwear. All the slippers drop off of my foot. And everybody else say, hey, what happened? That's all me can't hear. And police come and everybody come and me start tell them, start explain to them what's taking place, and them say, boy, you know, how him look, and me tell them say I don't see him face. But you can remember seeing him arm and him drop him hand so full of tattoo. So anyway, sprint around. This is how me know say a lot of corruption there everywhere. Sprint around. They come back to the house with the police. When I came back, it was like everybody outside already. Fraser, you all right, Fraser? Because they call me Fraser. They can't pronounce Sean. So they say, Fraser, you okay? Fraser, you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm good now. What happened? I was explaining to them. But the policeman speak good English, very good English. You can't see no police face in El Salvador, eh? All you see is eyes. A long time after we long before Corona. Yeah? So all you see is eyes and everything. And within 15 minutes, you hear me? Within 15 minutes, the phone came back to me. When the phone came back to me, I saw it with a little blood stain on it. So I said, I take this phone here. I don't want this phone. And the phone kept ringing, unknown number. So I'm not answering this phone. So the officer took the phone, put it on speaker, answered. And the mother officer talked about 10 seconds. Officer said, here's the phone. Then I take the phone. I said, yes. I heard somebody with a strong voice. I said, Fraser, you all right? I said, yes, I'm okay. Did you see anybody face? I said, no. He said, okay, thank God. Then he said, I dealt with the situation. I said, who is this? He said, tomorrow 9 o'clock, meet me at the stadium. And the phone hung up. Me no sleep now, you know. Me no sleep none at all. Cause the policeman starts all kind of thing. Ask me when me do what kind of problem. Big man is when me reach at the stadium in the morning. Nobody no come out of them car, you know. And me alone walk go to the gate, you know. With two big, thick policemen, me see the hypo rifle, so I pass them, you know. I'm going to the locker room. When I go to the locker room, you could have sister is a gunman there, stand up. We go there and think. Him say, no, meet at the field. He said, me look, big man. We call 32 man. I walk like them, I walk in a circle with one man and they make a shot like those. You hear me?
Yeah, man.
All right, you not done yet. So I walk on the field now. I'm there. So the guy come up to me and him shake me and him say, you sure you're okay? I'm going to say, yeah, man. He said, what they took from you? I said, nothing, I didn't have no money for me. And he said, all him take was the phone. He said, you got by the phone? I said, yeah, but me don't want it. And him give me an envelope. And I said, use this and buy your phone. I not check the money or nothing. He said, listen, you are our leading goal scorer. We own this club. These are some Madeiros. I don't know if you know them. MS-13 them called.
Yeah, MS-13, yeah, man.
Them run the place completely. So the guy, the short guy, I don't even want to mention him, yeah? So yeah. He said, listen, these two are assigned to you for the rest of your time in El Salvador. To security department, give me, you know. They just come at this country and score a goal. I never know, so I saw them people that love football, you know. When I say passionate about football, I mean passionate, you know, brother.
Yeah.
And he said to me, say, I shouldn't be telling you this, but we dealt with the situation and this is how we do it. He knows he was drunk. He knows he should not rob any football player. He knows that's a football house. So he knows all these things. So we took care of his mom, his sister, his daughter, and himself. Kill him, man, kill him, people, you know. It's not the way to go, and I don't approve of it or anything, but what can I do? They have their rules in place. You can't rob a football player, especially from Allianz where they own. You know what the fastest me come out of El Salvador?
Whoa. Whoa.
So that's there, and then I realized that God has a purpose for my life. I'm not dead to know until me fulfill that purpose.
Brethren, I don't even know. This is like we could go on and talk all day with so many.
I'm a full of story, man. Me tell you, say you need a program for me, man. Cause me can't give a story about every team. Time not did it.
Yeah, I'm telling you, there's so much. But what I want to do, because there are young players listening to this, right? And your journey, I mean, many battles, many difficulties, but you have been successful. I mean, you're okay. You're still serving your God. Your family doing well. You are into coaching. I mean, there are young players in Jamaica all over the place, playing all over the world, who are going through some of these things, feel like I am doing all that I can, but nobody's calling me up. I'm not getting a fair chance. And they probably go through depression. Some of them feel like giving up or quitting, or they feel like it don't make any sense because they're not going to get called to the national team. They're not going to get called up all over the playing and stuff. I mean, I want you to take some time and encourage some of those players and encourage some of them in terms of some of the things they need to do to get to the level that you got to in your whole footballing career.
All right. First of all, you have to be disciplined. That is number one. Yeah. I know that is number two. First of all, you have to trust God. You have to believe in Him, whether you like it or not. You have to trust God because He has everything here. He have life. He has everything we do. He knows everything that we're going to do before we even do it. That's the first thing. Find out what your purpose is. Secondly, you have to be disciplined. You have to have the right attitude towards training. If the coach says come 4 o'clock, turn up 3 o'clock. Have dialogue with your teammates. So you build a chemistry right there. You're in a foreign country, one, so you need people around you. You don't have no family, you don't have no friends like that. Yeah, especially in a country that doesn't speak your language. So you have to get used to that, whether you want to friend them or not. Because I was a person that used to be laid back. The first time I got one trial at Denmark, you know why I get cut for? I get cut because I'm not talking to nobody in the locker room. I come in and I say, good morning, sit down. When the coach ready for talk, I go outside and go and play, and that's it. Don't friend nobody. Training done, the quickest to shower. Taxi outside, gone back at the hotel. And that was the biggest mistake, but it was a learning experience. Maybe I was not supposed to play in Denmark. But that has helped me. Yeah? So that's the first thing I want to tell them. You have to be focused on what
they need to interact with their teammates.
Definitely. Even if you don't want to say good morning, if you don't want to shake a hand, punch a fist. The coaches look at these things. Yeah? The coaches look at how early you come training, how hard you train. Don't think them now watch you. You know, sometimes I don't see my head coach until 2 days before the game. It's my assistant I see and my trainer the entire week. But it's experience teaches wisdom. I grow and I learn. So the most I can say to them is just stay focused on what you want and don't let no outside noise bother you. Because to be honest, if it's football you're looking for to become, to have a life out of football, it's not going to happen in Jamaica. With the salaries that we're paying, the 60,000 and the 70,000.
And the 30,000.
You mortgage at that rate. So think about it. You're not going to have a life. And that's the reality. It's sad. Because a country that went to World Cup 98, 24 years later, we still don't develop and reach where we're supposed to reach in terms of football. I mean, look how many times, or how much time countries are playing our stadium full. Until now, we can't get 5,000 people in our stadium. Think about it. So that shows that we still a lag on certain things. And you have to be a professional. You have to train your body right. You have to eat right. And you have to make a lot of sacrifices. You have to go to bed early. 1, you have to train hard. Again, 2, and 3, it comes down to your diet. When I came from Miami 1 year now, I know how this man are serious enough. I came down with 157 pounds. Them check me and everything. You know, when I go back up, I go up 159 and the coach and me at war. 2 pounds I put on, you know. I mean the coach at war. That's how serious they were.
Whoa.
About their football. Yeah, man, a lot of people don't know this. Football professional is no joke.
So how do you don't, when you see how some of these players in the Premier League now, the young one them with big belly and thing, what you don't talk to them and tell them that if you want to be a professional footballer, brethren, you can't.
Well, lose my belly now because me retire. Me still have a little belly now, but me retire. So you can't. No, I joke, but seriously though, it don't look good on national TV because it look like more like a corner league or an amateur league, to be honest.
So that's what I'm saying, that as a player who have been through the system, you see some of these younger players. Are they not welcoming?
No, some of them couldn't play. Some of them couldn't play professionally. Because the first thing as them reach up on the people, them say them must send them back. Tell us say you're out of shape. The first thing them going to tell you, them are using nice words. You're out of shape. Them not tell us you're big and fat and he's not a footballer. But tell us you're out of shape. That's basically what they're telling you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they like players that come from countries like Jamaica here, where not fully established. I don't feel like we're fully established. Are you saying both make people and Bob Marley make people really know about Jamaica? They don't really have we as a footballing country. They know some good players come from Jamaica.
Yeah.
Understand what I'm saying? Because I've been around everywhere I'm going in the world. I play football from 2008 onwards. If them a call Bibi name 1 and 2 times, a both name and Bob Marley them a call straight. So that was my dream, to use football to make Jamaica be known. But really and truly, what opportunity I got. I'm grateful for the opportunity to represent my country, whether it's 5 or 10 minutes. But seriously, if you're looking to make a mark, 5 and 10 minutes now, I'm going to make the mark. My job now, right now, that's why I joined coaching now. Because I want to nurture the talent that I see, and I don't want them go by the wayside. Because talent is not all. You could have talent like Walter Boyd, and you have the wrong attitude. You ain't going nowhere, son. I can tell you that. You have to listen to your coaches. You have to be coachable.
Say that again. Say that the whole thing about talent and attitude. Because I want some of these persons in the chat to let some little young youth. If you don't let them capture anything else, I want you to please let them hear this part, because people think it's talent alone do this thing.
Talent without the proper attitude and the proper work rate takes you nowhere. Don't care how talented you are. You could have been talented like the greatest player I see at Jamaica, Walter Boyd, Bucky Barnes. Those were the greatest players for me that I grew up watching play time in terms of skill for skill. Walter Boyd is my friend. But what happened? Where did he end up? Swansea City. But 1 year, 2 years, came back to Jamaica. Brilliant player. Lovely person. Love him as a human being because he fought for me in St. Kitts as a juvenile playing for Jamaica team. A man tackled my body and licked me in my face. And Walter Boyd was the first man run on the field. Start defend me till it turned out to one big war. But that now says the right thing he did. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But speaking to the youths I'm out there, I'm telling the youths, talent is not all. I rather sign a player with the right attitude and less talented than you. That is why the Africans, I went on a trial before, you know. Same Denmark there, you know. 2 times ago Denmark, you know. That's why I know I'm not supposed to play in Denmark. The second time when I went to Denmark, you know, FC Lyngby in the 2nd division, and I got the contract, you know. And they asked me how much I want. I said, well, me never know about the money thing them time. So I just said, give me 3,500 euros. It's all right, we get back to you. It's an African, them signed for 700 euros. We can do the things that what me can do.
Oh, okay.
So, may I tell you, we're not only competing against each other here, we are competing against everybody around the world who want to take less to come out of them country. Because we have it easier at Jamaica, you know. I can tell you that personally, you know. We have it easy here compared to some youths. I had an African player on my team, right? Name funny. Abayowar. Something like that him name. And him give me some story. How much care water, how much miles for him little sister and mother be it to go to work and school. Then him have to go back to him. For his water, he has to take a keg this big on him shoulder. You know what I'm saying? The next time I go back to Africa, I'm going to build a hospital and I build a school. I'm not going back to visit them. I'm bringing them here. That's how serious the situation is in a big man. Omar, may I tell you?
Yeah.
It's easy out there. So we, the Jamaican, we are complaining. I coach now, give me a game. One team man will not even have food to eat to come at training. Yeah. And the next thing too, I can tell them, don't waste your money when you make it. Put it to good use. Do not waste your money because today, you make 3 and 4 million. Tomorrow, you're making $0. And that 3 and 4 million, because you try to maintain the same lifestyle that you have, it going to come out to nothing. It's a Honda van me driving. You could I drive a Benz? Could I drive a BMW? Not say I can't or I don't want to, but what is more important to me? Putting my father in a house and my mother in a house, may our soul rest in peace. Having something for myself which have value. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
So,
definitely. Man, I'm telling you, you have said so much. Man, listen, I will say this, Sean. You need to sit down with your wife and you see this interview, you need to listen to it and start putting timeline to it and write a book. Even if it's 500 words, start small and then get big. Because there's so much a wealth of knowledge that could help some people with some of the stuff that you have been through. And like I always say this, it's very hard sometimes, having gone through some of these things, to still maintain the discipline and the willpower to still excel. And there's a lot of persons like you who gave up because they felt like the system was against them. Yeah. You kept on fighting, even when the local system in terms of football never presented you with the opportunities. All right. And I'm also glad that you could have walked away and say I have nothing to do with the football, but you have taken time to get engaged to help some of these youngsters.
Yeah, and I'm to them too. Yeah. As you start down at Woolman's too, because you know I coach Woolman's too, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I know you. Yeah.
So, I've set them by the coach team. We're telling you right now, we may not be victorious or win the trophy, but that's the aim because we have the players that can do it. But these boys, I'm telling you, they're very talented. And few of them come from out of the ghetto in which really and truly want help. Like the other day, one of them come to me and say, Coach, I know start coach me hungry and I'm on a bus here. And I say, yo, don't worry yourself. Don't worry. Because I can't afford to do it now. But before, I couldn't. So I sit with them and I show them, say, listen, you see everything where you see me have is football. And I keep telling them. I never work a day in my life before. Where me I go work?
Yeah.
That's not me. Not saying if it comes to show me I go have my own business and support. Of course I want my own business and everything. But at the end of the day, I still have my wife or somebody running my business. My passion, my love is football. And through football, if I can reach youths through Jesus and football, then I'm going to do it to bring over God's word too. Because no matter why, people judge me every day. That's all you say, a Christian, and I see yes, as I tell you earlier. But that's the world I live in.
Yeah.
You can't please everybody. You see, once me know, say, the kind of life for me want to live, I please God, me all right with it. And it's very important to, as a football player, how you carry yourself. You know, if you're wearing pants under your bottom, that's what I show the youth them. I hate to see it. Hate to see it. You have to carry yourself presentable, man. Somebody say, oh, that's Sean Fraser. You can greet and meet and everything.
Yeah.
No, me see a youth now I look at slippers and pants and foot and weed behind ears and say you're a baller. How can a baller you be? Why do you think you're a baller? Why you drink you're a baller? You have to make that sacrifice. When you retire like myself now, I can do what I want, when I want, how I want.
Yeah.
At the same time, remember, I'm still a role model for the kids. So I don't do certain things in front of them. So you see the twist between it.
Definitely.
You have to carry yourself a certain way. So that even if me and my coach say, yo, listen, me I go up on the road night, you know, where are the coach? Come in. My players them can't see me and my coach. So
Yeah,
when them
yeah,
see me,
your players can't be in the same place.
No.
Yeah.
What we are doing in the same place, what kind of example me I show them?
Yeah.
Me see my coach do something to me already, you know. Never forget, you know. I'm Mexico there, you know. Score and we win, and coach say, we're taking out everybody. And when I them look at me and say, Fraser, don't go. I'm say, why? Coach, I invite me. It's all right. So me turn up, I'm here alone. Man, then give me wine for drink till me weak. He said, reach at train next day. I everything me vomit up when the man done me. Everybody at train normal. You went out? So I say, coach, I want to go out. You went out? How should you go? Every time I play football, I not drink, you know. The only thing I drink is wine, you know.
Yeah.
You understand? And since I come back to Jamaica for retire, because Harborview was getting relegated from Iceland, I was in, Thailand, and spoke with Coach Bernard, and the team was doing badly, very bad. When I look at the standings, this was 2017, because I retired in 2018. Team was doing badly, and I say, no, can't afford for my club get relegated. Was going through a little bit of Thailand, scoring, not getting paid. The team are filed for bankruptcy, so you know that I end up. You now get no money. And I said to myself, hey, this can't work. So you know, better I'm going to Jamaica. So you know, me and Lord have a good relationship. Call him, talk to him, come home, score about 4 goals in about 6 games, and we save the team myself, Akeem Priestley, Tolo, Macaulay Tolo.
Macaulay, yeah.
Yeah. We saved the team the year, and then the very next season, I tore me ligaments in my left knee. I could have came back and played because I did the surgery, but besides it, that made no sense.
Hey, listen, we're going to have to do a next interview with you, talk about in Asia, Thailand, and all of them places. Because
yeah, man, Vietnam. Hey, Vietnam,
yeah.
Hey, let me tell you this. You see, on a Friday in Jamaica, where you walk and see pan open with jerk chicken and them something there.
Yeah.
Me then a place called Danang. And me a pass and see one list. And go so boom and take a picture of the list and put in the Google something. I push head the man and myself for 20 minutes. Pan the pan, you know. Push head. Yeah.
Yeah, we are going to talk about it the next time because time is up on us. And
right.
So we have around 2 minutes left. So I want you to take some time out to thank and big up all of some of the persons who have been there in part of your career, and then all the persons in the comment section. So I want you to go back and watch the video, you and your wife, and then when you come back, then you can respond. When you're going to do a part 2, you can respond to some of the comments that you see as you feel the need to. But go ahead and just take a couple of minutes and big up and thank all of those persons.
Big, boy, I don't know when I know I really left out nobody, but first and foremost, I have to big up my mother and everything. You know, she make all of this possible. You know, my father, you know, my wife, obviously, I've been a bigger up a problem. You understand? Big up my sister who been there, my brother who is the orchestrator for everything. Give up female career for make sure say me all right. I mean, the Riverside message can man run a Fort Nugent for me eat me chicken pan Friday, Carla and the crew big up on yourself when you know it go. You know, Miss Matty, I'm a center like a second mother. A whole heap of people, Lord, Jackie Walters, Richie P, whole Woolman's fraternity, Mr. Lawrence, you know, my coaches, Blygen, Lamar, who I work with, even Alex, who give me the first opportunity to coach beside him. Because I him really make me know so I can coach, you know. Alex Thomas, you know.
Yeah, because he was at Woolman's. Yeah.
He bring me in, man. He bring me in and thing. Whole heap of people, I really know all the football.
Hey, you know, say nothing about Clarendon yet, you know.
Well, I'm going to reach it to it, man. BB Gardner really helped me. Like, you know, me can pick up my phone and call him any hours, and if I party in them, come out and talk to me. And that kind of respect there. Me love. Once about football, him a dead. Anything at all. No, Clarendon is what really excel my career. I said that publicly. Being at Clarendon College, honestly speaking, is what endorsed my career because that's where I left from and played for all Jamaica teams. And the fans down there is like, I don't want nobody worship me, but trust me, the respect, admiration I get from them is like, believe you me, it makes me want to go back and play again. Clarendon people never see me a road it and pass me. Never. I big up my friend Sausage too, Keith Kelly, Christopher Harvey, that a Jamel, my brother that. Let me see I ring off my phone. I don't know if I'm gonna watch it or what.
Yeah.
You know, people, man, all wanna get big up, I'm sorry, man, but I don't know. I just know we need to come out and deal with the program. I don't know it go. Whole heap of love to you, man.
Yeah, man. Blessings. Blessings. So people, listen, here's what I want. Just a couple of things. First, Sean, thank you so much for taking the time out this morning to come on. No hesitation, really. Once we made the contact.
My watch now. My barber, Chucky.
All right, Chucky. Chucky, make sure you subscribe so when he comes back on the next time, and Chris Harvey, you need to subscribe to the platform so when he's on doing the part 2, you guys can get the notification. But I want to thank you because there was no hesitation when the invitation was given. You know, you really were committed to, and I think it's just awesome how your story, your life has unfolded in the sport and the integral part that, you know, the creator of heavens and earth, the Lord God Almighty, has been.
I leave him for last because he's the best. Them say let's save the best to last.
Yeah, man.
So I have to big up my Lord and my Savior, as I tell you already. Don't worry about being judged. Just live the life which God wants you to live. And see if you can win souls. Be a disciple of Christ. You don't have to be a Christian, be a disciple. Because people scrutinize Christianity nowadays. Especially the Sunday worshippers, the Seventh-day Adventists, them scrutinize it. But I have nothing against you, for you know my God. And I will listen to anybody, whether they are Muslim, Hindu, you name it. I welcome what you have to say because I know it's one God and that's the Almighty Creator.
Yeah. So big up every single one of you for staying on. I'm going to get some of your comments in closing and just so Sean can see them, bring them up quickly so you can see them and know your names and stuff. We will do a part 2 in the same way like yesterday we were talking to Jeremy and Johnson, who is excited about coming back. We are going to do that as well. So we ask you, here's what I want you to do. I want when he's rewatching the video with his wife and family, he sees all the comments, but sees that you also like the video. All right. So make sure you hit the like button. If you have not subscribed, you need to subscribe to the platform. Thanks again for tuning in, for watching. We want to thank you, Sean, for the inspiration that you have provided, the information that you have provided, and the interest that you have triggered. I hope that, you know, in all of this, a young footballer will get a message, a coach will get a message, or a present player will get a message that, you know, let them believe that it is still possible, that there is a pathway, there is a way to success that includes trusting in God, it includes having the right attitude, it includes discipline, and it includes hard work and determination, right? It includes learning other cultures and all of these things. So again, thank you so much. I'm going to go through and I'm going to run through some of the name and comments. This is Natalia.
You got my church here.
Go ahead.
You got my church. I love you, Gospel Chapel. Make it all possible.
Yeah, man.
This is my mother-in-law watch right now and appear Koshakos.
All right, Natalia Simis, with Prior's professional football pro club FIFA 22. That's why Pagan, I think that is wine. Big up J Ross, Pagan 180, Mad Vibes. Bless up. Jada Carty saying Sir Fraser, my favorite. Duckland Stennett, bless up as well. Him say about I wonder if your barber now have no work for you.
Yeah, man, my little man.
Lion Paw Music Production, love the message. King Chop them 1000. This is Play for Clarendon College with you.
Yeah, man, Ian, yeah. Pepe, we call him. Yeah, man.
Pepe. Yeah. That's Pepe right there. Then we have Pepe Paul as well, saying greetings. I mean, so many. We had some footballers in here. Then there's Michael Garden saying, great senior, Sean. It's a pleasure because you gave the people of Hartford, Connecticut some great footballing skills and enjoyed it. So Michael Garden is over there in the Bronx League.
Yeah, man. Remember Michael.
Aiden Ariantes said the man attack truth, so bless up. Braxton Irie, big coach, also in the building. Kirk Hendricks, formerly of Herbert Morrissey, in here. Big up as well. I mean, so many names. Richard Stewart, let me see again. Oh geez, Bull Francis says, I like how he's shedding some good knowledge, as talent alone won't make it. Good discipline and positive attitude is lacking with most of the homegrown Jamaican players now. So supporting and endorsing that message. Mike Dry says, call out JFF and achieve what the country corrupt, and that wouldn't bring any result. It's all politics. Ishmael says, great program. Some people hear your story. D Slim saying that they want to hear from Tuffy. Next, want to hear from Tuffy. Go Explorer. Explorer is saying that. Robert Sanchez says, these stories are good and eye-opening. I mean, so there are many more. Just capturing some of them. All right. So again, bless up. Coach Minzy from the coaches desk also says, big up. Just giving a bless up. Brownman Security saying bless up as well. Claudia from out east also bigging up. She's always in the chat. But there are many more. Dirty Man in the building. Damian Powell. Say bless up. Yeah, that's that we. Sir Douglas.
Right back, one of Jamaica best right back that.
I am telling you, Sir Jardini was in the building as well, saying bless up to you.
Big up, Mr. Clyde.
Big up, yeah man, big up Sir Clyde. So yeah man, many then you have Douglas here, Christopher Wright. I mean, so many people. So Sean, bless up and we will talk. I'll call you. And yeah man, and we'll talk, all right?
All right.
Yeah man, so blessings.
Your cousins overseas too, eh?
Yeah man, definitely. Everyone overseas, bless up as well. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah man. All right, so people, there you have it. Want to thank you one and all for tuning in. Very, very good interview. Like I said, I hope that you'll be inspired by some of what you have heard. If not, share it with somebody else. Share it with somebody else so they can receive some inspiration from all of this. So definitely, he will be back on to share some more from his story. But share this with someone. Good content, inspirational messages. Really appreciate your time today. Again, if you have not yet hit the like button, go ahead and do that. If you have not yet subscribe to the platform, share the content. So we can continue to do some good work. We have some other great interviews lined up for you for the rest of the week, and we have a show later this evening. Again, really appreciate your time. It's really, it should have been an hour and a half, and he gave us a little bit additional time, 15 minutes more. So we will do a next one with him to get more of this fascinating story. Again, bless you. Thank you so much for tuning into I Am Sure Sports. I'm your host, Maninsman, and so I want you to have a wonderful rest of the day until we meet again. Yeah, man, Pagan, I did read your comments. I'll put up your comment. What you talking about, Pagan? God, man, I put up your comment, man. And yes, he's gone already, sir. Yeah, man, Shirley Grant, bless up as well. Kingsley Wellington. Yeah, man. Yeah, I did Pagan, bless up. All right. So everyone, have a wonderful rest of the day and be safe.